Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RENEBOXYOUNG, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, simply talk about sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Subscribers since day one. Recent subscribers, we appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Flash Lives, such as this, premieres of the videos, you know what I'm saying, the shorts, and all that good stuff, man. We just appreciate y'all, definitely, man. Those who are new, you know what I'm saying? If you love the sport of boxing, this is a place for you. Simple as that. Go ahead and subscribe, share it up, like it up. We appreciate all your support, man. Constantly getting new subscribers, you know, slowly but surely, and we appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. My guy, LeVar, man, thank you also for your time right now, LeVar. How you doing, bro?
Hey, big bro, what's going on, man? I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Chill, you know, just like I told you backstage, and you know, we talked about it that I'm barely getting to the routine of work again, coming back from vacation. Fourth day into the week, you know, fourth day into the week, I'm starting to now, okay, I'm back to the okay, my mind is at work now, you know, because the last few days, let's give you a quick idea, quick example. A couple days ago, I had to call you know, a person, you know, a student. I had to call a student. And then the student picked up and said, hello, you know, in Spanish, obviously. And then I answered, hi. And I was just blank, dude. I was blank. I was like, why did I call? What did I? and then I snapped out of it. I was like, oh, yeah. Well, the reason why I'm calling is because of blah, 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 you know. I was freaking out of it, dude. I was like, does this work? What the freak am I doing here? You know, but yeah, I'm getting back to it, man. 4 days. It took me 4 freaking days to get back to the work routine and stuff like that from vacation. So, I mean, but it's all good, man. All gravy. How's the weather over there, man? Rainy, getting hot still?
It's been raining on and off. It's still hot. We have our moments over here on the East Coast, man. But I can't complain. You know, prayers go out to everybody in Hawaii. Heard about what happened. Maui. Thoughts and prayers go out to them over there in Hawaii.
Definitely. And our guy Mac of the South is over there grinding. You know what I'm saying? You know, front lines out there, people like that who are, you know, helping out there in Maui, if I'm not mistaken. That's how it's pronounced in Hawaii. So people lost lives, obviously. It's just horrible. You know, prayers up for those who lost loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Those, the families, those who have survived. You know, it's just horrible. It's horrible. And those who are on the front line, prayers up for them too, man, definitely, because this is no joke. You know what I'm saying? If it happened to us, imagine how we would be going. We would be going through. How would we feel? You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, our heart is over there. Prayers up for everyone who's over there. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff, man. I haven't heard the latest. I just heard a couple days ago. You know, and it just continues. They're still trying to, you know, they're just out there supporting people out there. What's the latest over there, LeVar?
It's a lot of casualties over there. They're trying to go over there and clean up, try to help them build back up. People like Mac of the South, man. Salute to him. Definitely be safe over there, my guy. So it's all about rebuilding now. It's all about helping each other, being able to help each other because we all need help, in life. And the more hands that we can get over there to help, the better the people will be off. But there were some casualties from that fire. So once again, shout outs and prayers up for the people over there in Hawaii.
Definitely. Last I saw was 100 at least, and it's going to continue rising. So yeah, definitely, man. So prayers up, man. Anthony Johnson, what's going on, family? We appreciate y'all, man. Teach up in the building. Also, those who are, jumping in and those who will jump in, playback family. Also, we appreciate y'all, man. We have fun, what I'm saying, chatting it up. So definitely we're going to, chop it up today. And real quick, speaking of, this kind of news, crazy. I saw the other day, I think it was yesterday or something like that, freaking hurricane and hitting around Nevada, right?
Yeah, I heard something about that. I think it's I think I heard it on the news.
In the desert areas, at least. So
Yeah.
hey, to a certain degree, it's good news to get moisture over there, man. It's hot over there in the West Coast, West Side. You know what I'm saying? So Arizona, Nevada, all those areas, arid, dry land. So they definitely need some water. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully everyone will be okay over there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So stuff happening. Here it's cloudy still. We're getting some nice rain. So I'm just enjoying the weather right now because we're what is it? August 18th. So we're getting towards the end of August, starting to enter fall, creeping into fall. So hopefully this year we have some nice weather, man. Definitely. So yeah, man. So man, the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. Let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. You already know what it is, man. We're going to chop it up. So many things. I did not expect this, LeVar. Let's start with this, bro. let's start with this. Whatever freaking day it was, man, it was this week though. Alycia Baumgardner, man, whoa, out of nowhere, LeVar, like we do our flash lives, flash news. It was, this news came out, man. It's like a flash freaking news as we do our flash lives out of nowhere. We already know it. We know we don't do no announcements. We just bam, out of nowhere, social media. I do my post, we're in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say, LeVar. I do not. Now, this news came out. I'll push a short on it. That Alycia Baumgardner, she tested positive, however the freak you pronounce these drug names, and it's used for, from what I understand and from what I read, something along the lines to enhance muscle, mass or what have you. And then Alycia Baumgardner comes out with a statement right shortly after. People, you already know, LeVar, when it comes to the internet, bro, news comes out. It's just left and right, spreads like wildfire. People posting memes about her, making fun of her, and she's getting the same. She's gonna get hit the same way. You know what I'm saying? I remember recently, not too recently, but when Oscar Valdez, when he popped dirty for that Fettermine or whatever the freak it's called, bro, he got beat down. Everybody's fair game, online and in the community when it comes to somebody popping PEDs when it comes to sport of boxing, and it is what it is, man. But that's what's going on. Alycia Baumgardner coming out saying she stands on her 10 toes. She's standing firm, LeVar, that she's clean. She's like, I've been a clean fighter always, So obviously, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be an investigation on it. But what's your take on this, LeVar?
Man, this brings me back, Renee. I don't know if you remember, but maybe like 2-3 years ago, we talked about performance enhancing drugs. You remember that? We had Bruce on here. As a fighter, you have to know what you're putting into your body. You have to know what you're taking. Some people, they're blaming her strength and conditioning coach. I think you really have to blame everybody within that camp. And the reason why I say that is because once again, as an athlete, you have to know what you're taking. I mean, that's like me, Renee, giving somebody in our chat that really doesn't know me. That's like me giving them a pill or giving them something that's going to, enhance their performance. I mean, they're going to ask, what is this? Two, they're going to ask, what does this do? You know what I'm saying? So I really think that as an athlete, you really have to be careful of what you take. It's hard for me to believe like, hey, I didn't know, blah, 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 blah. That's hard for me to accept that. But the good thing about Alycia, she's taken, she put out a statement. She's saying that she's a clean fighter. I'm not judging. I'm not going to judge her. It's all about facts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I would rather make a judgment after everything is concluded, especially if they're doing an investigation. But I just, once again, athletes really have to watch what they take and what they put in their body. You have to, you just never know what you're taking. A lot of athletes have been dying. There's a lot of athletes that's been passing away like crazy, and, we don't know if it's from the supplements that they take, you know what I'm saying? But, a lot of athletes have been tragically passing away here recently. So, or they're dropping at practice. Something dealing with cardiac arrest. Stuff like that, man. I just really think that athletes really have to be careful with what they do and what they put in their body.
Excellently said, bro. And that's what it is. When it comes to top-notch level, pro athlete, whatever sport you're in, including obviously the sport of boxing, you gotta be freaking, precise. And exactly that sums it up, bro. Know what you're putting in your body. Know what you're putting in your body. And the teams have a lot to do with that. You know what I'm saying? The chefs or what have you, the strength and conditioning coaches or whatever, whoever's on that team, they got to be really filtering. Okay, supervising. Okay, what are you eating? Where is it coming from? Yada, 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 et cetera, and go down that list. You know what I'm saying? And that's big fact. And that's what it is. Not judging at all. See how the investigation goes. And that came out of left field, LeVar. I did not expect that. Of course, nobody did. You know what I'm saying? I was like, out of everybody, it had to be Alycia Baumgardner, huh? With the accolades she's accomplishing in the sport, it's like amazing things she's doing. And it's like, dang, bro, whoa, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, go ahead, LeVar.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, it surprised me to be honest with you. You want to know how I found out? Lala D, shout out to the queen, Lala D. She hit me up on IG, and she's like, "Hey, did you hear about Alycia Baumgardner? She popped." And I'm like, "No," and she sent me the information. So it caught me off a surprise. You know what I'm saying? I was like really shocked. I'm like, you know, what's 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 weird though about it, and I don't mean to. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but at the end of the day, Alycia, she still gets tired, in between like the middle to late rounds. So is it really helping her performance? No disrespect, but I'm just saying, we all see that it's her gas tank. That's what in her last fight, that's what's been slowing her down, because in the early rounds she's giving it her all. She's throwing hard punches, but then again she fades. So who knows, man? The sport of boxing with the politics, you just never know what's going on, because what I've heard on previous channels, YouTube channels and panels, man, there's the sport of boxing. There's a dark side of it, so we really don't know what really goes on.
Facts. I mean, it can be, you never know. That's facts. It can be that, somebody intentionally slips something and somebody, you never know, with bad intentions, you never know. That's big facts, man. AJ, what's going on? Oh, man, 6 foot. Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for jumping in the building. He says here, Eddie sure got, yeah, I know. That's the thing going around. And it's a trip, because speaking of Eddie, AJ just brought this up and it just came to my mind. Jessica McCaskill, LeVar. This is just, this is crazy. When it comes to the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the sport of boxing, just, you got to keep your eyes peeled, just freaking one fighter says this and boom, this happens. And oh my gosh. And then this, but it's like you're freaking fighting in there, It's like you're fighting in the freaking ring when it comes to news of the sport of boxing. Jessica McCaskill, AJ, you just brought up Eddie Hearn. So Jessica McCaskill said something. She was amidst all this stuff that's going on, amidst this whole freaking, Alycia Baumgardner pop in, boom, investigation, bam, bam, bam. And now Jessica McCaskill recently, I don't know when it was, where it was, I don't know where. Yeah, she was on Boxing Voice. Salute to the Boxing Voice podcast. You know what I'm saying? She was being interviewed there, and she said something. Okay, she said something. I don't know exactly word for word what she said. She said something along the lines of, well, that's what happens, man, when, Matchroom sees that you're about to go out the door, they do this, or I don't know what she said. She said something inappropriate, I guess, or something that was misinterpreted. So Eddie Hearn calls up, bro. He heard what she said. Eddie Hearn calls up Jessica McCaskill's, manager, Ramos, salute to Coach Ramos, if I'm not mistaken, is his name, right? And says, hey, you got to backtrack what she said. You got to fix that right there, So Jessica McCaskill comes out and, hey, sorry about that. My apologies. It was misinterpreted, what have you. It reminded me, LeVar, of what Blair the Flair Cobbs, it's a different situation, obviously, but Blair the Flair Cobbs, he came out when Virgil Ortiz, whatever happened there with him, whatever happened. Blair the Flair Cobbs came out saying, yeah, man, he's a dirty fighter, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And then Golden Boy or no, Virgil Ortiz's lawyer, if I'm not mistaken, or representative or whoever it was, contacts Blair the Flair Cobb or throws out there in social media and says, hey, man, you better fix this or we're going to get into a nice lawsuit here. You don't want to get into that, something like that. I'm paraphrasing everything. Blair the Flair Cobbs turns around and he makes a public statement on social media. He records himself. Hey, sorry, I retract what I said. It's like, dang, bro. That just came out, because AJ here brought up Eddie Hearn, and I was like, dang, bro, So it's just crazy stuff going on, man, when it comes to sport of boxing right now. AJ says here, Eddie sounds like a hypocrite because he used to put, oh, of course. Dillian White, the third freaking time. Are you kidding me? That's just a joke. You know what I'm saying? Big Baby Miller, some time ago, he popped dirty for like 5 drugs. It's just, it becomes a joke sometimes, Now, Alycia Baumgardner, this is a different situation. This is her first time. Okay, they're going to investigate. We get it. And then Hearn, you're right, AJ. Hearn, he has fighters also, and, who have popped just like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, my gosh, of course. And that's the thing about it, AJ. Eddie Hearn, he talks a lot, bro. He talks a lot. And from what I understand throughout the years of hearing him, he's contradicted himself just because that's what it is. That's just human nature, LeVar. When you talk too much, bro, you know what I'm saying? When you talk out of your gums, left and freaking right, and you just don't, you do hours long interviews every other day, you're going to tend to contradict things. You know what I'm saying? Because you speak too much. That's what he does as a promoter. I guess that's part of his strategy, just talking, being in front of cameras all day long. Eventually, you're going to say something that's going to contradict something. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, bro, with Alycia Baumgardner. Let's see how these investigations. Well, yeah, she's standing 10 toes on the floor. She's like, no, I know myself. I know my body. This is a big misinterpretation, whatever she's saying. So we'll see, man. Only time will tell. Only time. Go ahead, bro. I see you, bro. Go ahead.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. When it comes to Alycia Baumgardner, I'm like, why is she fighting, man? She can sit up here and be a model somewhere, man. I'm like, she has the looks,
bro.
I'm just like, but hey, I get it. Hey, she wants to get in there and throw punches. So, and I like her as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it sucks that, this has happened to her, but I'm glad that she's, like you said, she's, standing tall. She's coming out. She came out with a statement. She's like, hey, I'm a clean fighter. So I think us as people, we judge quickly instead of putting all the facts together, you know what I'm saying, and then coming up with what we think should happen. It's a sad situation when people, they test positive, and then the first thing we do is we just slander
just throw them under the bus.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, we hopefully everything will be okay with her. But yeah, man, there's people that tested positive 3 or 4 times and
several times, and they're still freaking fighting. And it's like, what the heck? That's how that's when it comes where you can judge these people. It's like you can judge them from the outside as far as fans and athletes. It's like, okay, you're this is out of line. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, definitely, man. Only time will tell. Only time will tell with AB. Now I'm not talking about no Adrian Broner, Alycia Baumgardner. Yeah, definitely. So we'll see what happens with her, man. And hey, we'll see, man. Definitely. AJ64 going out loud on this guy, Eddie Hearn. she goes.
Facts.
Oh no, I jumped it. It says here I was gonna go to this one.
No, he's right. AJ, salute.
Eddie's full You're right. Of hogwash.
He is. He is. It is what it is, man. Let's call a spade a spade. He is. I mean, he's only good. He's only good to certain fighters, man. Let's be honest. He favors some fighters. But at the end of the day,
he had an issue with Amanda Serrano with pay.
I
think there's a reason why she left him, man.
Man, it is what it is. It is.
Yep.
What it is.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And generally speaking, when it comes to promoter talk, man, it's just that's the game. That's a sport of boxing. That's the game. That's the game. That's the industry. You know what I'm saying? What Canelo recently coming out, LeVar. He's coming out talking about. He was asked. Obviously, it's not like LeVar. This is a trip. And I like it. I like seeing Canelo's development and maturity, bro. Look how he talks nowadays, bro. It's just he's talking a lot more mature. He's more composed, and they threw out Charlo, and he's like, no, Mell. I'm talking about Mell. They threw him out, and I don't know what the question was or something, but he's like, hey, I respect all these guys, man. I'm not gonna disregard Mell, Charlo. That he's a great fighter, and respect, man. You know what I'm saying? But why am I saying this? Because in all these interviews out there, something about Oscar De La Hoya was thrown out to Canelo. And he said it, man. He's like, you know what? And a question was thrown out there. Hey, so what would you recommend for, I'm a fighter, for example. I'm a fighter and I'm going to get in the industry. I'm going to get in a promotional company. Would you recommend that fighter to go to Golden Boy? He's like, no, I wouldn't recommend him, because he, and like he said it wisely, though. He said, I'm not going to say Oscar De La Hoya is a bad man, but I'm paraphrasing. He said, I'm not saying he's a bad man, but, the dealings I had with him, I don't. And that's just the game. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, unfortunately. And he further, expounded upon that and said, well, he's just looking out for himself, man. He's just looking out for business. It's all business. And he only gives you a little bit to hook you in, man, with the fighters. I mean, that's how he was describing it. He just gets a little bit in there for you. Hey, boom, and he got you. And he got you trapped. Go ahead, LeVar.
That's what bothers me about Oscar De La Hoya. What bothers me about Oscar De La Hoya is because, I grew up watching him fight. Tremendous fighter. He should understand what fighters go through, and he's in a position to help fighters. Help them better financially than what he went through. You know what I'm saying? He should be taking these fighters under his wing and be treating them
That's
better
facts.
instead of treating them like you're leading a cow to the slaughterhouse, to the butcher house. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I, Oscar has changed, and I believe money has changed him. He as he was growing up, becoming a fighter in his stages of being a fighter, he was walking that straight narrow path, man. He couldn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know the death of his mother weighed its toll on him. May she rest in peace. But at the end of the day, Oscar should be really mentoring these young fighters that's in his stable to help groom them and also to take care of them financially. Because once again, man, back then when he was fighting, there really wasn't social media. So at the end of the day, I think he should be doing a better job because when he was fighting, there was leeches. There's still leeches now, but at the end of the day, he should be protecting his fighters. But it seemed like he's become a leech himself. So I don't know, man. I respect Oscar De La Hoya, the fighter, but not the
Big
promoter.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and I'm just piggybacking off of this, what AJ's saying, that about Eddie and promoters in general. It's just the game, you know what I'm saying? And these fighters got to be real careful. That's why Canelo came out saying that. He was asked about it, so he answered in a very, wise fashion. He said, well, I wouldn't recommend anybody going to Oscar, and he broke it down. So yeah, and yeah, going to that, yeah, Alicia's beautiful. You don't need to, yeah, facts, man. I like what LeVar was saying too, man. I just wonder what's gonna happen. We'll see, man. Time's gonna tell. Time will tell. Shakur, hey, family, what's going on, bro? Thanks so much for jumping in the building, man. We appreciate all y'all, man. Thank God so much, man. We're gonna get in it. We're gonna get it. This is just the fluff talk right now. You know what I'm saying? AJ64. Yeah, but it's not hard to the facts together with Eddie Hearn. This dude been doing it. Oh, yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. And I think Eddie Hearn, man, speaking of that topic, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn, ever since he came to the Americas, you know what I'm saying? Years ago, talking about the American takeover and just disrespecting fellow promoters, that's where he blew it away. He blew it up, man. He messed up. He screwed up big time. His approach could have been different, LeVar, and I think he would have been he would have exploded in a wonderful fashion. But he screwed it up. He started off in the left foot, not the right foot, man, when he came to the Americas, bro. And he would wonder, why do all these promoters hate me? They don't like me. Well, look at your mouth, bro. Check your mouth, man. I'm telling you, bro. Sometimes you see things, it's like, man, how do these people think? Why do they not like me? It's like, what do you think? Go ahead, LeVar.
Just think about it, man. Look what happened with Boo Boo Andrade. He signed with Matchroom, re-signed with Matchroom, and who has he fought? We're gonna see him possibly in a meaningful fight with David Benavidez. And Boo Boo Andrade's what, 35, 36 years old? I think he's
Way
35.
out there, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, man. So at the end of the day, what are they doing over at Matchroom?
Facts,
Granted,
man. Facts. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, the sport of boxing. Granted, yes, we are getting the type of fights that we want this year. Got it. Spence versus Crawford. Got it. We're getting we just got Navarrete versus Valdez. We have some great fights coming up. But at the end of the day, man, it's just these promoters really got to get it together. You know what I'm saying? They got to take
It's
care of the
dirty.
fighters. Yeah.
Dirty sport, man. Dirty sport. So yeah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Dirty sport judges, freaking, you know what I'm saying? So that's facts.
Referees.
Yeah. Facts. Joseph, hey, what's going on, bro? Thanks so much for jumping in the building. Usyk. Okay, real quick. I got Usyk outboxing Dubois, man. yeah. Dubois needs some work. Go ahead, LeVar. I see you.
I got Usyk by knockout.
Knockout. Wow. When they fighting? When the freak are they fighting?
I'm not sure.
It's soon. It's very
It,
soon. I know that. So yeah.
I mean, hopefully you'll see a better Dubois in there. I mean, but just look what Joe Joyce did to him. So, and granted, that was like what, two fights ago. But Usyk is on a different level, man. He is. but hopefully it would be nice to see a undisputed heavyweight champion. So we'll
Yeah,
probably
we'll
never
see,
see that.
man. Tyson Fury is just he's trying to take advantage of that money, man. So, Ngannou, what the freak is whatever, man. But he's just trying to take advantage, capitalizing on the title and the position he's at right now. But no, yeah, Usyk, I got Usyk, man. Just fan. Usyk outboxing Dubois. Dubois obviously can. He has the potential. It's heavyweights, man. He has the potential to knock out Usyk, but Usyk's freaking too smart in that sucker. He's too smart in that ring. I love it, man. Thank you for bringing that up, Joseph, and I can't wait to see this fight. And it's very soon. Yes. Another fight to see. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. So thanks so much, man, Joseph, for jumping in the building. Yeah, it's sad for sure. Yeah, and just all around, AJ, the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It seems they're out for themselves. Yeah, well, that's what Canelo said about Oscar, and it ain't coming from our mouths. It's coming from the one who was with him, rubbing shoulders with the guy. And it's funny because it's a trip because Canelo, man, he said it. He said, I'm loyal. And then, man, I respect Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people criticize dude, but not, I got to respect it. He's like, I'm loyal. I treat them like, when people are around me, I'm loyal to them, and we're like family. And that's how Canelo looked at Oscar, even though the way he was getting treated, he was like, well, I had to, I was under contract, so, I was loyal. So, and it is very sad. Canelo had to go through a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But finally he got out of there, and, he doesn't recommend fighters go. He does not. And that's coming from Canelo himself. He does not recommend fighters going over there to Golden Boy, man. That's crazy, man. So Shakur Bella, 26. I think you're referring
August
to
26th for
Oh,
Usyk
thank you.
versus the
Yeah.
Dubois.
Freak yeah, man. I think that's next week. Heck yes. Next week, yeah. Heck yeah, man. Awesome. That's around the corner. Yes, man. Another fight. I would love to see Usyk's skills in that ring, man. He's gonna be styling on Dubois. He's gonna be styling on dude, man. So of course it can be knocked out though. Watch out for a counter, but because obviously Dubois punches, man. He packs a punch, but Usyk's smart, man. He's very smart. AJ64 says, I hate that the Rougarou signed with Eddie. Yeah, man. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I can't say much against that, bro. I mean, we'll see what Regis. Okay, the thing about Regis LeVar is this, man. Regis, he jumps where the money's right. He's fought. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's fought under the PBC platform, and he sees. He just waits for the right time. If somebody throws an offer, boom, he jumps over there. He went to Triller, boom, get money over there. That's like what he's doing, man. So. And I hope this Haney freaking Regis thing goes down, but it looks like, I don't know, man, that looks up in the air now. So, and I doubt if he doesn't fight Haney next fight, Eddie's going to just throw him another. It's going to be like that, bro. Almost positive, but who knows, right? I'm not a matchmaker, but we see the freaking, the patterns these guys do, when it comes to Eddie, when I talk about Eddie. So yeah, man, definitely. So, so we'll see, man, what happens with AB, Alycia Baumgardner next. And let's get to this, man. Okay. Jermell Charlo, Canelo, bro, they're facing off now. We're seeing the face-off. We're seeing the physical differences, height, size differences. I think we all knew, LeVar, that Mell, he's the bigger guy as far as the height is concerned. I'm assuming the reach. What did you get on the face-off with their sizes, man?
I mean, Mell is definitely the bigger fighter, but once again, that really doesn't matter. Look at Spence versus Crawford, and we saw the outcome of that. I'm glad. I feel the energy that's coming from Mell. I really do. He has a point to prove, and he said, hey, look, he said, I didn't come here to lay down. I came to win. I'm like, okay, I see where you're at mentally, and physically, I already know that you're there, but mentally. He's coming in there too. He wants to win that fight. Is it a tough challenge? Absolutely. I mean, you cannot knock Canelo for what he has done in the sport of boxing. It's a tough task coming up 2 weight classes. Once again, I know everybody's saying Mell walks around heavy. Yeah, that's good, but he's not performing with all that weight on, and he gets down to 154. So we're really going to have to see how everything plays out. But I'm glad that the energy is there. Canelo, he seemed like he's just cool, calm, and collected. So this is gonna be a good fight, interesting fight, man. I can't wait to see it. Let's put it like this: both trainers, they have a point to prove here because both of their fighters have lost. I'm talking about for Derek James, Errol Spence, and for Eddie Reynoso, Oscar. So and they're both former trainer of the year. So at the end of the day, this is gonna be a stepping stone for somebody to get back into that win column, far as being the trainer. We're gonna have to wait and see, man. I just want to see how this plays out. We've talked about this before, but I really enjoyed the press conferences for Canelo versus Charlo.
And I like it how this resonates, LeVar, the Bud and kind of not the same, obviously, but because the trash talk, it seems like it was a lot between Derek James and Bomac, but between like and then in the second I think the second press conference is when Bud and Spence started going back for it, but like at first Bud and Spence in the pressers, they were like calm, they were very respectful, and we see that with Mell and Charlo. Yet in both pressers, LeVar, very calm, very relaxed. And I like that, man. I know a lot of people like to see the bickering back and forth, slap in the face, or, it's not necessary, bro. I definitely think it's not necessary between these two guys, because those who know the sport of boxing know what these guys carry. Those who know the sport of boxing, man, know what these two guys are bringing. And I personally think, man, like you said, LeVar, the way Mel's talking and the way, he shows that respect to Canelo, vice versa. Canelo is respecting Mel, man. He's not sitting there talking smack, none of that, man. You can see a difference, with compared to other opponents sometimes, or with Canelo, like with Daniel Jacobs, pushes them. And, what I'm saying, obviously with Caleb Plant, but Caleb Plant was kind of running it, they're facing off. But what I'm trying to say here is that you see the respect on both sides because they know each other, man. Canelo is given, if I'm not mistaken, Canelo recently said, you know what? I think Mel is more of a, formidable opponent than Mel Charlo, because he knows what Mel brings. That's why these things is why I think, man, these are the reasons why I believe. And listening to Mel and the pressers too, he's not coming, like you said, bro, he's not coming to lay down. And this is what makes me think it's going to be more of a competitive fight than we expect, man. I think, Mel is going to really bring it in that ring. The skills, obviously, of course, Canelo's Canelo. I don't have to, say much about Canelo because he's Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring what he brings, as everybody knows. But this is such a jump for Mel. I have to speak on Mel's behalf and say, you know what? I personally do believe, man. I think he's preparing. He's definitely preparing for this fight, man. He's freaking focused. And I think he's gonna bring some nice action in that ring, man. I really do. I think he's gonna give Canelo a nice challenge, man. But everybody knows the story. Moving up the two weights, it's not gonna be that easy. Walk weight is way different, totally different world than fight weight, definitely. So, man, I really can't wait. And I like the pressers. I don't think the trash talk's necessary because, these two guys, man, they carry weight. You know what I'm saying? They carry weight in this game, in the sport of boxing, and that's all they need. They don't need to bring no show here. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, man. Okay, AJ saying here, hey, yeah, I can agree with Regis. He's going where the money. Yeah, he's going where the money's at. He ain't planning on being in the game. Yeah, no. Getting the money, boom, 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 like a lot of these fighters do it, and they're out. You know what I'm saying? But I just hope Regis does, get more legacy fights, and I do want to see that. Of course, he just got the championship belt, which is amazing. The WBC belt, but I want to see him unify. LeVar, I want to see unifications, bro, at 140, bro. These guys got to unify, you know what I'm saying? I do not want to see 140 turn into freaking 135 because a lot of people, 135, for a long time, were complaining. Nobody's, none of these guys are fighting each other and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to see that at 140. Now, 135, we've seen some nice fights, of course, but it could have been better. When all these guys were at 135 before Tio fought Loma, I'm talking about before, ladies and gentlemen, all these guys were at 135, get it all, man, but they didn't. Not all of them did. You know what I'm saying? So 140, I want to see more of that. I want to see more unifications at 140, including Regis. While he's there, get these freaking unifications, man. So I know it takes time, and Haney and Prograis is a nice step. It's not a unification fight, but it's a nice step. It's a really nice fight, man. So we'll see, man. Definitely. AJ says here, I don't think Mel's coming to. No, he's not. He might lose, definitely. And that's the thing. Like LeVar said a moment ago, Mel, how he's speaking, he's really coming to win, man. Let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, this is what I love in fighters. I've talked about it so many times that this is what I admire about Mel Charlo. He even said it recently. Yeah, I'm not going to paraphrase what he said because I'm not going to, word by word what he said. I'll paraphrase it because I don't remember word by word what they say. But he's talking about, I don't care about the money. I want to, of course, Canelo check is nice, but but he's going for legacy, man. That's like his focus, legacy. You know what I'm saying? And how many times have we said it here, man? You go for legacy, the money will come. You know what I'm saying? If you go for legacy, the money will come, and that's what's that's what's going on with Mell. And I love his mindset, legacy. You know, he wants to accomplish legacy. He wants to beat the best guy out there, Canelo. Well, quote unquote the best. I know that's controversial, whatever, but you know what I'm trying to say. So if he beats Mell, man, I'm sorry, if he beats Canelo, it's freaking accolade right there. You know what I'm saying? So I respect Mell in his heart and where he's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. Shakur, salute, my guy. Mike Biggs, hey, family, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? We appreciate you. Thanks so much for jumping into the building, man. Thank you so much. Go subscribe to Mike Biggs, man. He pushes content also. AJ says here, Mell built like a brick. Okay. Don't know if that'll transfer to the ring or not. Go ahead, LeVar.
There's a lot of questions, and once again, we've talked about this before. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered when it's dealing with Jermell. And the reason why I say that is because inactivity, and we saw what happened between Spence and Crawford due to inactivity. So there's a couple things that are playing a factor here. Factor number one is inactivity for Jermell. Factor number two is coming up 2 weight classes. Hey, you can talk a good game, but can you perform in the ring? You get what I'm saying? When it's all about Floyd Mayweather said it's all about performing under the lights. We're gonna see where this goes because think about this now. Think about this. He's fighting Canelo. Do you understand how packed that arena is gonna be?
Yeah,
when you gotta walk to the ring. That's what I'm saying. You gotta walk to that ring. Once again, I truly believe, and I need to find out, Renee. I just have a feeling that Canelo's going to request for a small ring so that he does not have to chase Jermell. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come into play. Is Jermell going to be able to take Canelo's punches? If so, how long can he take those punches? Because once again, yeah, Canelo might not have the legs, but he still has that upper body movement. Canelo even said it. He was like, well, it was like, hey, well, yeah, I know my last 2 fights, I didn't look that good, but I knew what was wrong and I fixed that. I was like, holy crap. Once again, I'm not knocking Jermell, but for me, it's the inactivity and the coming up to 2 weight classes. That's the only thing that's having me like, okay, is he going to be able to perform? Because now you're gonna, not saying that Jermell hasn't fought in front of a lot of people, but this is Canelo, so we're gonna have to wait and see.
Another game right here, bro.
Correct. So we're just gonna have to wait and see how this plays out. It's gonna be a good fight. I really think that Mell should just box once again. Floyd Mayweather gave and Bivol gave the blueprint on how to beat Canelo, to box. But once again, the third factor, well, Mell's, let me backtrack. So we're talking about inactivity, Mell's jumping up 2 classes, the ring. Because if Canelo gets a smaller ring to where he can't chase Jermell, there's going to have to be a time where Jermell's going to box, and there's going to have to be a time where Jermell is going to have to fight. If he fights, Jermell cannot be fighting like a little man, like I always say. Sometimes he fight at 154. He fights as a little man for too long. He has to be able to dish it and be able to take it and to get out of the way. So there's a lot of questions. I'm not saying that Jermell can't beat Canelo, because anybody can be beat. But I just want to see, knowing that he's never fought at 168, can he take those punches? Because once again, those punches they're different when you move up in weight.
Facts, man. And I don't get tired of talking this, man, because I can't wait. I'm anticipating this fight, man. Definitely. Sean Clutt, hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? 3 factors right there. Facts. Inactivity, weight jump, ring size. Remember that. That came from LeVar, ladies and gentlemen. That came from the last couple shows that we talked about Canelo and Mell. So that's facts, LeVar. And it's yet to be shown the size of that ring. Come fight night, or, this information that comes out, because all these source guys come bring it out already before the fight comes out sometimes. Oh, yeah, the size of the ring is going to be that much. I want to keep my eye out on the size of the ring. Or if it's not come out, and then come fight night, when we see the prelims and undercard or what have you, and that ring is small, ooh, Mell, you're probably going to have a long night, man. Go ahead, LeVar.
And you gotta, you gotta think about who's the A side in this, and it's going to be Canelo. So Canelo's going to have the advantages, you know. And then once again, we got to think about this. Canelo signed a 3-fight deal with PBC. Do you really think they're going to bring him over to allow him to lose his first fight? So there's a lot of major keys here, that plays a major factor. So I'm not saying boxing politics. Some people think boxing politics is is showing its face, because some people really think that Mell's gonna get knocked out by Canelo, and that, you know, they're setting Jamel up to lose. Man, you never know, man. You have no idea.
And at the end of the day, Mel's his own guy. You know, he didn't have to take the fight. He didn't have to. So, you know what I'm saying? So, but no, all these factors do point to Mell. Mel's going to have a hard night. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go.
I mean, we really don't know how this is going to play out. But I mean, I'm just saying, this is what's, you know, what some of the things that I'm hearing, you know, about this fight with Mell and Canelo. So hopefully it can be. Like I said, for me, and I'm different from everybody else. Once again, for me, I want the inactivity of Mell, his coming up 2 weight classes, in the ring size, because we know that the last 2 fights that Canelo had, the ring was small. So Canelo knows he doesn't have the legs, so he's gonna use every advantage that he has so that he does not have to stalk down, and when Jamel starts to box and he moves, he doesn't want to be chasing down Jamel for 12 rounds. So I really think that Canelo's gonna have a small ring for them to fight in. I really do. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Here, man. You all heard it here. Yeah, no, it's facts though. It's facts. I mean, it's something that's really should be considered, man. You know, to determine how this fight is going to play out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a small ring. It's going to be Canelo's type of fight. I'm not saying he's going to win and, you know, slaughter him. No, but it's going to be his type of fight. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because Keith Thurman, I wanted to push the video because my time. Y'all saw my time, man. But Keith Thurman's funny sometimes. He was like, he was being interviewed. You know, he was walking out there on the streets and he was like, yeah, man, all y'all pound for pound, you know, screw that and this and that. He was just talking, bro. Yeah, new way. He's that guy. He's my guy. And, you know, and then it came to Canelo. I don't know why they were going all over the place with the questions. And he's like, hey, Canelo, you know, that head moment. He's like, you're no Floyd Mayweather. And he started. But what I'm saying is this, man. If he uses that upper body movement, like you know what I'm saying? It's going to be beautiful stuff, man. It's going to be a beautiful fight. It's going to be a chess match. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree. There's going to be some rounds. It's going to be a chess match. They're going to be checking each other. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for this fight. I love watching elite versus elite. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Go ahead, LeVar. I see you.
It's, you know, I give Jermell Charlo, I salute you. Even the late great Kurt Anderson said that out of Mell and Maul, that, you know, Mell is that alpha. He's that alpha male. And I salute Mell because he didn't have to take this fight. He really did. He is chasing greatness, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. What really is going to be a deciding factor is if he loses, now he has to go back down to 154. And I saw a video today where Jermell said that if Crawford wants to fight him, he will fight Crawford. But Jermell said that he's not dealing with all that madness that what Crawford did to Earl, making Earl wait and all that. Jermell said he's not going to be playing that game. They got to meet everything. The money has to be right. Some things are going to have to be split down the middle, 50-50. But if the money is right and everything is split down and everything is good, he'll fight. He said he'll fight Bud. He doesn't have a problem with that. But if Bud is going to sit up here and try to hold him out, stall him out, Jermell said he's not doing that. He's not.
And that's respectable, man. That's respectable. Because, you know, people don't want to hear this freaking shenanigans. Me as a fan, we don't want to hear all this freaking shenanigans and drama. You know what I'm saying? Now he's doing this. And now he's asking for this. And now I understand it's negotiations, but I respect that in Mel. And it's funny because all these questions, LeVar, sometimes these people ask some dumb questions. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, sometimes these people ask some questions that are silly, you know, these reporter guys, you know. And they ask him, well, what do you got to say about Tim Tszyu? What the freak does Tim Tszyu have to do with this? Get him out of here. This is Canelo and Mell, baby. You know what I'm saying? And Mell said, let Tim Zoo be Zoo. I got nothing to say about him. Shut up, reporters. Sometimes they ask some dumb questions. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Laura.
No, I get it. I get it. And they do ask some of the questions. Is like, come on, man, really, you gonna ask that
not
question?
all of them. Yeah, some. Only,
Some, yeah. But at the end of the day, what they are doing to Jamel is wrong. Once he gets in the ring with Canelo, and once that bell rings, ding ding, he loses the WBO junior middleweight title. That's wrong. Let that man go up. He's trying to be great. He is trying to become the undisputed at 168. Why strip him of that? Why not allow him to fight like that? Let him. He already said, he's going to come back down to 154, but at the end of the day, man, let him try to go achieve greatness. Man, these boxing organizations, it's like what Earl said. Hey, where are they getting the percentages of that they're receiving from us? Where's that money going?
Where's it going?
Nobody is saying anything. So at the end of the day, man, the WBO, they're wrong for that. But then again, I understand it. I try to sit down and try to piece together what this organization is trying to do. And some people might agree with us, some people don't. But if the WBO strips Mell, they strip Mell, Zoo becomes the WBO champion, right? Crawford already said that he's going to 154. You might as well let Crawford. Granted, yes, Crawford and Spence, they have a rematch clause. I get that. I get that. I understand that. If I'm just saying, if that rematch doesn't happen when it's supposed to in December, you can see Crawford versus Zoo. Then Crawford beats Zoo, who's the WBO champion. Crawford, who else? Who has the rest of the titles? Oh, Mell. Mell comes back down. There's a lot of possibilities that can play out here. But I don't know. It all depends on what Spence is going to do and what Mell's going to do what Mell has to do depending the outcome of his fight with Canelo.
If I'm not mistaken, the rematch clause, Spence has to activate that. Is that true within 30 days, a 30-day limit?
He already did it, but he's suspended. He's suspended until I think September 28th, I think, because he lost by knockout.
But I understand it's not like official he activated. I didn't see because it would go viral. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Spence officially activated the rematch clause. I think it's many just him on his social media. I want my get back or whatever he says.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
But I think there were talks of him that's what he wanted to do. But then again he ended up being suspended due to him being knocked out by Bud. Well, not knocked out, but
Right. Oh, okay. So we'll definitely see what happens, man.
They
Definitely
lost by TKO. Yeah.
Yep, big time. Okay, family jumping in. Thank you guys so much, man. I also think stamina is going to play a part.
That depends on the ring.
Yeah.
And it also depends on those issues. Remember now in that interview during the press conference, Canelo said, yes, in my last two fights, I did not look my greatest, but I fixed those issues. So It's going to depend on the size of the ring. If he has a smaller ring to where he doesn't have to hunt down and chase Jamel around the ring, that's going to kind of play into Canelo's hand. That's one of Canelo's advantages. So and another thing is those issues that Canelo said that he fixed. That all depends on if that's going to be able to show in the ring, if that makes sense.
And I think he mentioned we see it as Canelo's towards the end of the road or whatever, but Canelo's talking about fighting 4 or 5 more years. He said a couple years ago, 7 years. It looks like he's doing what he's saying, ladies and gentlemen. Man, a couple years ago he said I got about 7 more years in my career. 2 years later, about 4 or 5 more. So, dang, LeVar, how many fights is this guy going to have? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, LeVar.
But see, that's the thing, though. The thing about Canelo, who knows? Because at the end of the day, what did Canelo say? I'm always ready, MFers. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he stays ready. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, and he takes care of his body. He doesn't balloon up after fights, so he's constantly in the gym, and just like Crawford is constantly in the gym or he's playing
Facts,
some
man.
type of sports. Crawford really doesn't blow up like some of these other fighters do. So at the end
They
of the
got
day,
longevity, right? Yeah.
correct. But I do think that Canelo, not right now, but I probably within the next 3 to 4 years, maybe because he's a dad now. He's married.
He's got a whole lot going out the ring, man. Businesses. He has a whole lot of things
Correct.
going on out the ring.
Businesses. Hey, look, man, he's out there on the golf course with Steph Curry. So I mean, what can go wrong? So at the end of the day, I think his time, he's going to be transitioning from the
I think
sport
it's
of
sooner than
boxing within
later.
the
Yeah.
next couple of
Yeah.
years.
Oh, say Jellybean, what's going on, my guy? Thank you so much for being in the building, man. If I'm not mistaken, I think he creates content also, man. Go subscribe, my guy, right there. Thank you so much, man, for jumping in the building. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys so much. Anthony Johnson says, "Hope Mel." I think there will be competitiveness, man. I don't think it's just going to be sitting there him like a freaking Kovalev Canelo type of fight. No way, no way. Mel. He has that heart. He's going to get in there, man. You know what I'm saying? I think. But what's the body going to say? That's true. What LeVar's been saying, what's the body going to respond? And I really want to see that. I really want to see how it's going to respond. Because there is a possibility that Mel can gas out, man, because of the weight jump. You know what I'm saying? AJ says here, it might be hard to knock Canelo out, knock Canelo out. Sorry, since he ain't got no neck. It might be hard to not. Yeah, because it's like this, So I mean, just generally speaking, even when Canelo was a skinnier guy, when he was coming up as a kid in pro boxing, he has a tough chin, man. Canelo has a freaking chin of steel. Steel. People can criticize whatever they want about Canelo, but he has a chin, man. They punch this dude and he just whoop,
You gotta
and he's just going.
the,
Go
the
ahead.
thing about once again, and we talked about this. Mel has to be careful, and what I mean by be careful is he really has to be careful how he conditions himself because he had to add on that weight. He can't be doing a lot of running because guess what? If he runs, that weight that he's trying to pack on, he could lose it. So Mel and his camp are gonna have to do this the smart way. You get what I'm saying? So he can go out there and run, but once again, he has to be careful of not losing that weight that he's trying to put on when he goes in there to fight Canelo, because we've all seen how big, after night of the fight, how bigger Canelo comes into the ring. But once again, Mel is the bigger guy. He is the bigger guy. It just is his body gonna be able to respond to those punches and going 12 rounds at that weight, because 168 is a lot different from 154. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. And I'm not saying Mel is gonna lose or anything like that. I'm not gonna give a fight prediction. We'll probably do that later on down the road. But it's just a lot of questions that I personally need answered. So and hopefully y'all feel that same way. If not, I salute y'all, and we can agree to disagree. But I just think that for me, because I've seen what has happened to Roy Jones going from light heavyweight to heavyweight back down to light heavyweight to challenge Antonio Tarver, where he had to lose 25 pounds. He lost 25 pounds of muscle, and he struggled in that first fight, got the win, went for the rematch, and got knocked out. So I just hope everything plays out and they do it the smart way for Jamel.
And we're just talking about the factors. We're just analyzing, breaking down the factors of it, not necessarily predicting who's going to win. You know what I'm saying? So these factors have to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So we got here AJ saying Mel got that dominant gene of the two for sure. That's why I definitely dig Mel, man. I dig Mel always. All my respect to him. Called him because we got Sky. What's going on, bro? Sky, thanks so much for jumping in the building, man. There's a
Battle.
fight. There's a fight we're sponsoring. Not a fight. A fighter we're sponsoring. I think I'm gonna do a post sometime soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead, LeVar. See you.
Yeah, Vince Paris. Salute to Vince, man. He's awesome, man. I talk to him all the time, man. He's a great fighter. I'm telling y'all, watch out for Vince, man. He's something special. And if it wasn't for Skywalker, salute to my battle brother Skywalker, man. I would have never known about him. And to be honest with you, man, Vince is the goods. He is, man.
And we're sponsoring him. Thankfully, we got that opportunity through our guy Sky. We appreciate you, my guy. Thanks so much for the hooks. You know what I'm saying? The connection. And so, good Lord willing, we're going to see him fight. You know what I'm saying? And we're sponsoring him, so we're gonna have the logo of the channel there on his trunks. So it's gonna be awesome, man. Awesome stuff. Go Vince, go champ, go get it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be watching you, Vince. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much, man. Joseph says, I truly believe Artur Beterbiev can stop Canelo. So it's a good fight, but it's never gonna happen, unfortunately. I don't think that doesn't now, because he has this who the freak Smith to fight. What, I forgot his first freaking name. Go ahead,
Hey,
LeVar.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The Beterbiev that fought Yard, he struggled a little bit. I
Yep.
think if I think Canelo would have fought him that night, it would have been something interesting to see. But hey, at the end of the day, Beterbiev, he pulled out the victory. So like I said, it's just they're two different fighters, man. That Beterbiev, he's massive. I mean, he's like a polar or a grizzly bear, man. So it's crazy.
Yeah, he's a freaking monster. Beterbiev, man. All due respect, 175 light heavyweight champ. All due respect, to Beterbiev. But that scenario, Canelo Beterbiev, it would be interesting. It really would. But I don't think Canelo's going to ever do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to take that kind of risk. Well, who knows? Because Artur Beterbiev, Father Time, man, is undefeated. He's getting up there. He's getting up there. He's getting up there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I don't think he's on his A game like he was before, when he was in his prime. I personally don't even think he's in his prime anymore. But he has longevity. He hasn't taken much punishment. The only biggest punishment I ever seen Beterbiev take was the big cut in his eye, between his eye, when he had a fight. I think it was a headbutt, whatever it was, man, a couple fights ago. I think it was against Pascal, I think the guy he fought. It was just a headbutt or something. It was a freaking gash. Horrible. Oh, my God. Like, that's the biggest punishment I ever seen Beterbiev take, and it wasn't his fault. So, I think it was a headbutt or something. So, but, Father Time, ladies and gentlemen, it's catching up to Beterbiev. I think it's slowly but surely starting to creep up to him. I'm not saying he's beat. I'm not saying he's washed. Of course not. But you can see signs. That's what I'm trying to say here. You can see some signs, man. So he's going to fight Caleb Smith, if I'm not mistaken, right? In January, it was postponed because he had to get surgery in his jaw. Whatever he did, whatever happened there in his jaw, now it's going to be postponed until January. Father Time's ticking, because January comes around, he fights Caleb Smith, and I definitely want to see that fight. I want to see that one. How is Beterbiev going to look? We'll see. And then if they do the unification with Bibble's in his prime, but Bibble got to get back in that freaking ring, because his last fight, if I'm not mistaken, was against Zurdo. Get back in the ring, Bibble. Come on. Time is ticking. You don't want to get that inactivity, but I personally would give the edge to Bibble, man, if they were to, because Bibble's still young. He's still in, he's in it. He's still in it. You know what I'm saying? But I see Beterbiev kind of starting to get over the edge a little bit there, over the cliff, man, as far as, prime is concerned. I saw it with Spence. I saw it with Triple G. Oh, my gosh. Y'all got to go back and watch that video. Y'all go back and watch that video, ladies and gentlemen. I said it. I pushed the video weeks, months. It was in April. I think it was in April. I don't know. Months before the Bud and Spence fight, I pushed a video saying, Errol Spence, the king for long. I did that. That was my first video on Triple G of the channel. Triple G, the king for long. I was questioning it because I can kind of see it, man, when they start, you know what I'm saying? I kind of see the same with Beterbiev, you know what I'm saying? So, but we'll see, man. Hey, we'll see. Canelo Beterbiev situation, it would be very, very, very interesting. I'm not saying that Beterbiev would walk over Canelo. No way. No way, but I don't think it happens, though. You know what I'm saying? AJ says here, Mell's legs look huge. I didn't see his legs, as a matter of fact. I didn't get no angle on that. I didn't see. Skywalker says here, get with me or LeVar. I'll get him on the show. Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Vince. Yeah, I've talked to him. I've talked to him on Skywalker's panel. Vince is, man, he's awesome, man. I'm telling you, he's the truth.
Heck yeah, I'm definitely going to have my eye on him on this next fight, man. I think it's going to be in October. As a matter of fact, Skywalker sent the poster. Thanks, Skywalker, for that poster, man. Heck yeah. So we're going to be watching Vince Paredes, man. Definitely promoting him, you know what I'm saying, as far as, the channel and stuff. So I got to push the video on him. So I want to push short on him. 5 inches IBF. 5 inches? Is that 5 in IBF?
He's ranked. Yeah, he.
Oh, 5. Sorry. 5. Yeah, he's ranked 5th in IBF and 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, he's climbing up, man. Oh, my gosh, he's getting up there. Heck yeah, man. Salute to Vince, man. Get it. Go get that championship, man. Status. AJ says here, Beterbiev is a bad dude, but his age. Yep, there you go, AJ. That's all, I've been seeing this, bro. I've been seeing this since a couple fights ago. You know what I'm saying? And I think I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it a while ago in a post-fight reaction, or I don't remember in a video. It was a while ago. It was a long time ago, about a year ago, maybe about a year ago, year and a half ago, where I started seeing Better Be. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, he's a monster, of course. I know. Yeah, he's a vicious. He's freaking amazing, you know. But you can see things that you cannot deny sometimes. Why do you think, in my humble opinion, I think Canelo, this is my humble opinion, why do you think Canelo fought Triple G when he fought him? Because he knows, man, they saw some chips in him. There's okay, now it's time to get him. And they did it. You know what I'm saying? And I know it was a controversy. The first fight was a draw, whatever, you know, the rematch and blah, blah. But, you know, you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of see how much more do you think a coach can see these kinds of things? How much more do you think a fighter can see this in a potential opponent and another fighter when it sees like, okay, I see chips in their game. Let's go get them. I see cracks in their game. Let's go get them. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You see it time and time again in the sport. AJ64, salute, brother. Yeah, Better Be needs to fight Bivol because facts. There you go. You see, LeVar, people are seeing it, bro, left and right. You just can't deny it. And I know the social media people out there, they want to, you know, hype him up more. Like, no, he's undefeated. He's unstoppable. Yeah, of course, any fighter can look unstoppable, but Father Time is unstoppable. How about that? Father Time's unstoppable. Why doesn't anybody talk about that, Loar, huh? Father Time is unstoppable. Nobody does. I have videos here on the channel, man, talking about that time and time again. You cannot defeat that. You know, so Better Be, man, the clock's ticking on him. I'm not saying he's going to lose to Callum Smith, but who knows? Who knows, right? It's a fight game. But, you know, it is what it is. Physically, he looks amazing and stuff. But when you see his performances now, you can see cracks, man. He's starting to get caught more. Pop, pop. He's starting to get caught more, man. And, you know, there's some red signs here. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we didn't even get no time to freaking go to Oscar and Navarrete post-fight. We'll save that to the next video, I guess, man, to next show. But, man, we had about an hour up in this gig, man. I love it. Thank God so much, man, for jumping in. We got to go. We got, you know, threw it in there an hour. I got to go back to work, man. Y'all know it. Back to work. So, LeVar, man, any last words, my guy?
Hey, big bro, salute to you, man. I just want to give you your flowers, man. I mean, you're doing a phenomenal job. You know, I appreciate everything that you do for me, man. You know, we've been doing this thing for almost 3 years now. So, man, I really do. Yeah, I really do appreciate you, man. And like I said, man, phenomenal team, man. I look forward to this every time when you hit me up behind the scenes. So I appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in. Renee and I, we appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to the TWT team. Hey, y'all are family as well. Hey, once again, just take care of yourself. Check up on your friends and family. We always talk about mental health, man. You just never know what a person is going through. So check up on them, see how they're doing. If you're struggling with something mentally, just make sure you get help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, you know, because we want to see y'all in our chats, and I want to see y'all in other people's chats, watching other YouTube panels talk about boxing and things of that nature. So make sure you take care of yourself. Your health is your wealth. Until next time, y'all be safe out there. Salute.
And I don't even feel the time. 3 freaking years already, approximately, right? I don't even feel the time, bro. I don't feel it. And we would go on more, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Just got to make that clear. We would go on more, but our times, you know, our schedules, we're busy. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do flash lives. Boom. But we try to do it at least once a week. We try to, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, jumping in every time we do this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, they posted a picture of Mell working out. He looks, oh my gosh, I'm going to see that in a moment. I haven't seen it yet. So I only saw the one where he has the chains, big chains, like a pit bull around, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, we appreciate y'all, man. RENEBOXYOUNG platform. We simply discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about, hey, the sport of boxing and level-headed, mature. And I want to get to this chat real quick, man. Right here. I got another prospect, Lorenzo Medina. He's been on my show before. He's the #1 heavyweight amateur in the U.S. Whoa. Lorenzo Medina. Okay, he sparred King Kong at 16 to get him ready for Wilder. Ooh. Lorenzo Medina. Okay. I'm going to check him out. He's still an amateur? All right, got it. Man, thanks so much for that gig right there, bro. Thanks so much, Sky. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And LeVar, always your time, bro. Of course, and we always say it back and forth, man, in chats. We talk about it, man. We make a phenomenal team, and I love y'all, man. I love you, LeVar. Thanks so much. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Let me get to this Joe right here. Mm-hmm. He fights on DAZN MVP. Oh, thank you. Cool. I'm going to check that out. All right. Tonight on Nestor Bravo Undercard. Cool, man. Heck yeah. Thank you so much for that info, man. So thank you guys so much, man. And you already know, man, a playback family, everybody. Peace out. Jam to the pay.
Peace.